everybody, welcome back. This is Jenny from Cosmic Hearts Healing. This reading's for the June 2019 for the sign of Cancer. Just so everyone is aware, I like to pull cards for self-growth. If you were to do a private session with me, I would pull cards on your current block to feeling pure abundance within yourself, and we would talk about steps that you would take to move forward to release energies within yourself to find that self-love and the flow within yourself. So I did it for week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4, but I feel for you guys that they all kind of just blend together. So I feel like you're going to be really focused on finding that self-love within yourself this month. So the first card that I pulled for you guys was Be There For You. So be there for yourself, trying to figure out what you need to make yourself happy. One way that I found my true self was just going after my passions in life. I found my healing, so I started taking healing classes. I started pulling cards. I do local events, workshops. I do these card readings. So I just find like my passion and what drives me, what fills my soul, and I'm just going after it. So it really brings me, and I really feel like I support myself. I have more income coming in, and it just like fulfills me. And I feel like I'm come to a place where I'm not seeking, or I don't feel lack within. So I think this month that's what they want you to try to feel, is what you need to do so you don't feel that lack within yourself. Because if you're searching outside of yourself, no one person or no one thing, although I just said my job makes me feel like fulfilled, but really I could sit in my house, meditate, and I would be happy. So it's like just finding what you need in life so you can bring that to yourself, okay? And this is also kind of a continuation from last month as well, because last month you were working on judgments outside of you, and the first 2 cards that I pulled for week 1 was Judgment and Judgment. And to clarify that, I got Unfinished Symphony. So it's like you guys are still trying to release judgment, whether it be judgment of yourself or judgment of the way others see you. So I asked them to clarify the Judgment card, and I came up with the Seahorse card, and that is the Camouflage card. So to me, this means not wanting to be seen or not wanting to be heard. Like if someone says, hey, what do you actually think about this? Rather than like knowing your true self and knowing who you are as a person, kind of just always being camouflage, always going with the flow, being what I call that car salesman guy, you know, just rather than trying to always go with the flow and be everyone that everyone loves. It's time to start seeing what you love and judging. It's not really like judging others, but just knowing your own truth about yourself. Okay. And then week 2 is the in the normal tarot deck, this is the Temperance card. So this is a sign of healing, a sign of transformation, and if you look in the background, there's a guy in the back who's just happy and he's joyful and he's watching her like transform into this person, because even though you're like worried about being judged, once you find this place of like self-love and you know how to nourish yourself, you're not relying on anyone else to nourish you. So it really does fulfill other people. So like with me, rather than being camouflage like I used to do, now when someone asks me my opinion, it's almost always spiritually based, but I don't mind sharing it. Because if someone's going to ask me my opinion, I'm going to know who I am to the core of myself, and I love who I am. And I think it helps other people see my love of myself, like clearly. If you look at this card, she's like just loving herself. Okay, and red is the root chakra. So maybe while you're going through these changes, if you want to do healing of your root chakra, you can go onto YouTube. You can find meditations for that, or if you want a healing with me or anyone else, doing that is a good time. Wearing red clothes can help you do that. So anything to bring in that feeling more stable within yourself, because that's really what the root chakra does. It helps you feel stable alone, okay? And like I said earlier, that I could be meditating on my bed and I would feel stable and I would feel secure and I would feel love, okay? Finding that appreciation within yourself, not seeking it outside of you. And when we seek, when we have this feeling within ourselves, and we can find what we appreciate, or we can appreciate ourselves, when other things happen around us, like with my youngest daughter, the other day she did something and I had a friend over and she didn't give me gratitude. Well, I have so much appreciation for myself, and I know my youngest daughter most of the time shows me appreciation. So it's like when she doesn't, I'm not feeling that lack, because you know what's going to happen. Rather than me saying, why don't you thank me? Why don't you do this for me? Why don't you do that for me? I know what's going to come around the corner. One, I can fill my own cup. Two, she's going to give me so much appreciation. To clarify that is the yin energy. The yin energy is being intuitive, being able to receive that love. So when someone is trying to give you appreciation, when someone is trying to give you love, and even if they're just loving you from afar, or if they're like doing their own thing, like this guy looks like he's hunting and he's on his own little journey and he looks like happy, but he's showing her appreciation, just receive it. Receive the love that's given to you. And really, I was explaining this to someone earlier today. We can only love somebody to the depth that we love ourselves, okay? But someone can only see you clearly to the depth that you love yourself. So you could be feeling like all this self-love and all these good attributes that you have, but if for some reason you still have a bunch of lower energy in you, like lower thoughts, lower emotions, or lower actions that you're taking, the world isn't going to appreciate you as much as you feel you should be appreciated, because you still have so much stuff to clear out within you. So just learning how to clear that stuff out, learning how to work through all that stuff would make others see you clearly. And it will help you fill your own cup. And in filling your own cup, it makes you love them even more too. It makes you easier to be in that receptive yin energy. Okay. And then for week 3, we got the Ace of Bones, which is the Horn of Fire. The Horn of Fire is rebirthing a new you, the struggle against ourself being over, or could be over, showing great potential of this new rebirth. And you could see, like, even though this is a fire card of like passion and what this person wants to create, it's also surrounded by leaves and rocks, which to me is earth energy. Okay, so rebirthing this new passion and new sense of self, not only feeling it within yourself, but ready to take it in the outside world. And maybe not in week 3, you're not yet, but it's starting to manifest within what you want and desire in your world. Okay. So I asked for clarification on that one. And we got this statue right here. And this statue is almost the same as the camouflage. It's like this lady is on the boat and she's a part of the boat, but she's not steering her own boat, okay? Like, kind of going with the flow. Like, let's say that you're in a relationship with someone and they have a dream or an aspiration, so you're going to fulfill and feed their dream while yours is being put on the back burner, okay? So it's like really having that balanced energy of judgment for yourself and for others. So it's not overgiving in these relationships, not putting yourself as if you're a statue and camouflaging yourself, but putting your true self forward out there again, okay? And again, like, even though I feel like this takes action, I really feel like they want you to be intuitive at this time. They want you to go inward. They want you to learn how to receive more. So not be so overgiving to others. Observe, receive love, not overgive, give love to yourself. Okay? And this card here is number 44, the card of thinking. I got the book here for this one because there was something in the book that I wanted to read in this one. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, I thought I had the page ready. Alright, so the thinker card. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct in the moment. There is no deep meaning more than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple, and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me read if this card was reversed, because I don't read reversals, but the reverse card of this says you might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Thinking has its place, but trying to figure out everything out logically is not going to work out now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions. That will get you in a jam. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative, exercise, or meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses, and an aha moment will bring the clarity. So again, it's saying like that yin energy, be able to receive, whether that be receive the aha moment, receive the clarity, sit back, observe, be the thinker, what do you need, observe things going on around you, okay? And in week 4, we got the 9 of Stones. This is equilibrium being achieved. This is balance. So this is true harmony, that the balance between us and our surroundings, physical and spiritual well-being, okay? And again, I asked for clarification on this and I got the shell. So I feel like this is just another message. Like, are you connecting to yourself? What are you hearing? Are you hearing what you need? Are you like knowing your self-value and your self-worth? Are you finding those passions in life? And finding that soul alignment, following the synchronicities of what you're receiving during these thinking and these yin moments. And I got the soulmate card. Now, I think soulmates, friendships, relationships, even our work, if we really pay attention to the energy that we give others, if we overgive or if we undergive, or I think the way we respond to others, if we can't show appreciation of others, or if we can't receive love, just like soulmates teach us a lot about ourselves. So really just paying attention to those close soulmate relationships, asking yourself, what energy am I feeding into this relationship? What energy is this relationship feeding me? although this is a time to self-reflect, it's also a time to like look at the way, if your relationships are balanced, because of this Judgment card. Look at the way, I'm trying to think of my relationships have taught me so much about myself. So really just reflect on that. If you need clarity on that, maybe that's why I'm drawing a blank right now. Maybe for everyone it's going to be different, but really looking at the energy that you feed to a relationship. A lot of times expectations can hold us back if we expect so much out of others. Yeah, so if you want clarification on this card for your personal journey, inbox me on that. And then affirmations for the month is, I am designing a life I love. So not just being the statue, not just going with the flow and not going after your dreams, but, you know, creating a life that you want. And then I am living my full potential. Are you always putting your best foot forward? Okay. And then your last card is number 37, which is Psyche. This one, hold on one second. I'm not going to read the whole thing, just a part of it. It says, she reminds us that our human courage, intelligence, willingness to go through the unknown and face our fears, even when the obstacles may seem insurmountable, is enough to succeed. She teaches us how to know when we must do something for ourselves and when we need to allow others with their different knowledge and skills to help us. She urges us not to be afraid of being vulnerable. She teaches that feeling weak at times doesn't mean that we have no strength to succeed. We need to be honest about how we feel, which we choose to keep going and believe that somehow everything will work out. That's called having faith. Psyche knows that just like the emerging butterflies, the biggest challenge in our lives are actually helping us to become what we were destined to be. Sometimes we need a push from the universe to do what we need to fulfill our divine potential. It's safe to trust that everything in life, even when the way ahead intimidates you, refuse to give up when things get difficult. Remember, goddess in training, love always finds a way. Okay, so yeah, this is all going to be about self-love, self-reflection, a month of going inward, and next month is your guys' month. So this is a really time to self-reflect on yourself and go inward. So then by the time next month hits, you got birthday season and you can live more in this energy. Yeah, so if you could please click like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Everyone have a great month. I love you. Bye.